All right, for a bit of a end of day recap here in terms of free agency. Obviously, deals can keep flying throughout the evening, and we'll have all that information for you over at RotoWire.com. Latest breaking news, everything you could want over there in terms of fantasy analysis. The team working tonight is on point, and they will bring you all that news. In terms of what today brought us, really, it was the day of the goalie. I mean, we've talked about it throughout the day, but a grand total of $98.35 million was shelled out to net minors today. The bulk of that going to Matt Murray and Jacob Markstrom, who really both got over that $6 million threshold in terms of AAV. So, congrats to them on getting paid today. In terms of kind of the other guys out there, the big names that maybe you would have expected: Taylor Hall, Pietrangelo, Corey Crawford, Tyson Barrie, Torrey Krug, all these names, they didn't really get signed. Now, there's been rumblings about Pietrangelo all day long. He's been linked to Toronto, back to St. Louis, Vegas, after they cleared some cap space, moving off Paul Stastny. So there's really been some rumblings on a couple of those guys, with, again, Pietrangelo being kind of the key there. But not a lot of movement in terms of forwards. It has been mostly the goalie market that's dominated today. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that if I'm sitting here, if I'm Torrey Krug, Tyson Barrie, I'm kind of waiting to see what sort of offer Pietrangelo ultimately signs for. And he's going to be the guy that sets the market. So we'll see where that ends up, how much term he gets, and what the average value is going to be on that. Guys that did sign today were Justin Schultz, got a 2-year deal to go play with Washington. He figures to maybe slot in as the number 2 power play quarterback behind John Carlson. You've got Kevin Shattenkirk joins Anaheim. Pretty big move for him there. By all reports, the deal he signed with the Ducks, almost twice as much money as what the Lightning were offering. Again, he'll be a power play guy for them as well. This was, the first time in a while that he's gotten back over that 30-point threshold. So really, his value was high. And barring any sort of regression, I think he should be a good piece for them. Forwards, you've got Tyler Ennis sticking around in Edmonton for another year. Alex Wenberg signs with the Panthers after having his contract bought out by Columbus the last couple of days here. So definitely some forwards, some D that went, but the big names on the market are still out there. Tyler Toffoli, Evgeny Dadonov, a couple other guys. One thing that we've seen throughout the day, or at least heard throughout the day, is that without kind of that pre-signing, pre-negotiating window, that's been a little bit tougher to get some of these deals done. And there definitely has been less money spent kind of in the opening hours of free agency than we've seen the last couple of years. So could mean a busy day tomorrow. Again, RotoWire.com, all of the latest news for you, and our expert fantasy analysis on what this means for your teams. Go check it out there.